Hey y'all, so it is Nefertiti, and I feel like I haven't gone live in a while. So, do you want to know the difference between commercial grade makeup and professional grade makeup? So, that includes like any foundation, cosmetics, foundation, lippies, eyeshadow, all that good stuff. So, if you do continue watching, and I'll teach you about just that. I did some research and it was just amazed at the difference, and it's so easy to tell the difference as well. So if you catch the replay, put hashtag replay. I see I have two people on right now. Hello. Feel free to say hi when you hop on. And if you have any questions while I'm going about it, just jot them down and I will answer them. So let's start with commercial grade, okay? So do you even know what the difference is between commercial grade and professional grade? It's really simple, okay? So commercial grade products, they're made for everyday customers. When you think of everyday customers, you think of normal folks like you and I. Like, we're not celebrities, we're not always in the media, so it's made for everyday people. So commercial grade is stuff that you find in like MAC, Walgreens, Estee Lauder, and it's because it's made for people who aren't in the spotlight. So these are the people that will wear these commercial grade products. And since you're not always in the spotlight, and since it's made for everyday people, you're more likely to have to touch up your makeup during the day. How many times have you worn makeup and you find yourself where your eyeshadow is fading, or you have to reapply it, or maybe your your eyeliner, or even your eyebrow pencil, like it's not staying, or even you find yourself sweating and your foundation is coming off. Do you find yourself constantly having to reapply? That's because commercial grade makeup is not made for, it doesn't have the long wear in mind. And most people, when they wear commercial makeup, because we're so used to having to touch up the makeup, we don't think anything of it. We just think like, oh, I'll just walk with my makeup and bring it with me, and then as I need to touch up throughout the day, I'll do just that. So like if you're going somewhere after work, more likely you'll have to bring your makeup with you because it doesn't have that long lasting wear. Like maybe you get oily, maybe your face gets shiny. For any reason, that's all considered having to touch up. And that's pretty common with commercial grade makeup. So the makeup, and the reason for that is because the makeup simply doesn't have the staying powder or even the photo reflection that pro quality products have. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So you don't get as good of a coverage. So usually with commercial grade makeup, you're using more of the product, because you're trying to get that full coverage to make your face look good, nice and flawless. So you're using more of the product. So this is why up front, you might pay less, but if you think about in regards to how often do you have to replace your commercial grade makeup? If you're replacing it every month or a month and a half, and let's say you're only paying $10, like how much is that over 6 months? Versus let's say if you paid $36 up front, but then it's lasting you 6 to 8 months, it sounds more expensive up front, but because it lasts longer, because the professional grade makeup lasts longer, you're actually not paying as much, so it's actually cheaper. But a lot of times we look at it in regards to what the upfront cost is. And the reason why some people just stick to commercial grade makeup, even let's say if they're not getting the coverage that they might want, is because a lot of times we are just loyal to a brand. How many times has it been, like I know people who say, oh, I've been using Clinique since forever, I'm just going to continue using them because it's just so much easier for me to just continue using this brand because I know what to expect from this brand. I don't want to go through the hassle. I just remember I was supposed to share this in my group. I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to find another brand that actually works, and I know exactly what to expect when I use this brand. How many times have people you're just loyal to your brand? Or maybe you have an issue, but if you have an issue with the products that you're using, why wouldn't you be willing to try something new? Like, why wouldn't you try it? Like, what's the harm in trying something new if you're having issues with the current products that you're using? Okay, so usually, and even with commercial grade makeup, you also experience oxidation. So do you know what that is? So pretty much what that is have you ever seen somebody, or maybe this happened to you, where as the day goes by, maybe they start off the day and their makeup look fine, but oxidation means that when you go outside and the oxygen touches your makeup, because it has more fillers, because it's not as high when it comes to the pigmentation. When you go outside, the foundation, the oxygen literally changes the color of the foundation. So you ever see someone whose face like looks orange or green or yellow, or for some reason now the foundation is nowhere near the color of their complexion? That's because it's a lower quality product. With professional grade makeup, that's never won't happen because they're not using fillers and they have that higher pigmentation. And if your face turns orange when you're wearing your foundation, that is not a good thing. Nobody wants to walk around with an orange face. I know I don't, because nobody naturally has an orange face, right? Okay, and let's talk about pro makeup. So pro makeup is a big difference when it comes to the quality of the makeup for pro makeup versus commercial makeup. So like I said, it's information that I learned that I wanted to share with you all. Obviously, the company that I'm with is Professional Makeup. Let me tell you what makes it different from the commercial makeup that you will get from MAC, Sephora, Ultra, and all of those companies that's made for the everyday person. So pro makeup is designed for photography. It's designed for film. It's designed for theater, runway, weddings, and movies. So what does it mean with all these people? All these people who wear the makeup, they are always in the spotlight. They don't have time to touch up their makeup. Imagine telling Michelle Obama, imagine telling think of any celebrity, any person that's always in the spotlight. Imagine them having to walk around with their makeup and having to touch up their makeup. They don't have time for that. If they're going to be on set and doing things for hours at a time, you think they have time to think about touching up their makeup? They don't. So that's why they use the products that have the better quality. If anybody on here is a photographer, and you know when it comes to editing, if you don't use professional grade makeup, the photographer actually has more work to do when it comes to editing the photos. So think of when you get wedding pictures done, like the flash and the extra light that they use for their pictures, it's going to give you, commercial makeup will give you that flashback. So what does that mean? That means that now the photographer has to do more editing to make the photos look more natural because you're using commercial grade makeup. Pro makeup, professional grade makeup, is made for long wear. Like I said, think about celebrities. They don't have the time to worry about reapplying their makeup. They're not going to reapply their makeup. If they have to reapply it, they don't want to be bothered with it because it's just one more thing they have to worry about that they shouldn't have to worry about. It's more durable under any circumstances. So think about in regards to, if you're a weather person, you get caught in the rain, do you really want to have to worry about your foundation sliding down your face? Because you imagine being a weather person and you're wearing foundation and you have to worry about it raining and having to run for shelter, because if you don't, your foundation is just going to literally slide off your face. How crazy will that be? You could not do your job because you won't be able to catch the weather because your makeup doesn't last during any circumstance. Imagine like your eyebrows just coming off because you're using commercial grade makeup and it's not withstanding the weather or the circumstances that you have to endure. Or imagine being in a movie, and if you ever been underneath those big lights, when it comes to light that they use for movies, theaters, all that stuff, those lights could make you sweat. So imagine sweating off your makeup. Have you ever seen somebody with makeup on and you literally see the makeup just sweating off their face? Like imagine you're on TV, you're watching somebody on TV and their makeup is sweating off their face. Like how embarrassing is that? And that's because it's commercial grade makeup. It doesn't have that pigmentation. It has the fillers, so it's maybe more gook, more crap, more stuff that you don't need in it, because they're making it cheaper because they understand that some people, they just want cheaper, they want the cheaper products. But this is the difference in what you're paying for. And even though it's cheaper up front, it's not cheaper when it comes to how often you're buying it. So just think about how often do you have to replace your eyeshadow, your lip glosses, your eyeshadows, any of the products, cosmetic products that you use. Just think about how often are you replacing those things, and is it really cheaper when it comes to the quality that you get with pro grade makeup. So with professional makeup, it's also easy to use, very versatile, and very cost effective as well. And like I said, you don't get that backlash when it comes to film. So usually we do have also for professional photographers that use the products as well, and they show in regards to little to no editing that they have to do on their clients that they use our products with, because it doesn't give all that flashback. It just looks so natural already. Like how dope is that? It makes their job easier. And you don't have to worry about the photographer like touching up and making you look like a completely different person because you're using good quality products. And higher pigmentation. So what that pretty much means is, let me just show you an example for higher pigmentation. So you can tell how pigmented something is just by how bold the color shows. So I just did one swatch of the color, and I put it on my hand. And if I had other ones that wasn't professional, you will see in regards to like the difference in the pigmentations. So pigmentation just means how bright, how much of the product, how the product shows. So the more pigmented the product is, the less of the product that you have to use. If you're using less product, that means the product lasts longer. And if you're somebody like me who likes to get more bang for their buck, then you want to use the professional makeup. But maybe, like I said, you could just be loyal to the brand that you've been using, and that's totally okay. Because there are some things that it's like, oh, I just been using this for X amount of time. I just want to use it. I don't care. I like this. I know what to expect, and that's that. And that's understandable. We all have our things, but yeah. So our foundation that we have has actually been professional makeup industry has been considered the #1 foundation for the last 50 years. The #1 foundation. And this is according to professional makeup artists. So when I say professional makeup artists, I mean people who do makeup for professional weddings, for let's think the news people, Broadway, red carpet, TV, film. That's the people who I'm talking about, who I have in mind. So our foundation costs $36. It will last you, let's say, anywhere from 6 to 8 months. So that's about $4.50 per month. And that's professional grade product. If it doesn't last you 6 months, that means you're using too much of the product, and I could definitely assist you when it comes to with that. So you get higher pigmentation with our foundation. You get great coverage, great staying power, and you don't have to do any touch-up during the days. No touch-up. Because who wants to worry about having to touch up their makeup? That's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people don't wear makeup, because you have to worry about touching up, walking around with your makeup. Like you, as women, we have a lot of stuff that we walk around with. If we could walk around with less things and the makeup doesn't have to be one, then why not get rid of that extra luggage? We don't want to have like shoulder pains or back pains because our bags are just so heavy, right? Okay, so the company I'm with is with LimeLife by Alcom. They actually been in the industry for over 60 years. And the way how they started with was, first, their products was only available to professional makeup artists. Then they thought, why shouldn't an everyday female like me, why shouldn't we have access to these great products? Because because they only sold their products to professional makeup artists, you need to have a license to buy the products from them. Otherwise, you can't just go in the store and buy the products. But now, since you can get the products through a beauty guy like through me, you have access to these professional grade products that the celebrities use, that people on the red carpet use, that people who are on the news station use, Broadway, TV, film. You have access to these same products as them. So you get the best. You get the best of the best. And even with them, when it comes to the different partnerships that they have, like it's great. Some companies have one manufacturer that they use, but what they wanted to do was they wanted to offer their clients the cream of the crop. So that's the best of the best products that are out there. So they have a contract with Visiora, which is our color powders that came out, which gives you like a flawless HD finish. It took them, because they are so just particular, it took them 2 years to come up with the formula just to make sure that how the powder goes on your face, the flawless finish that it gives, that it's exactly what they wanted, because they didn't want to rush out to create this product and then give a good representation of the company. Like, how many companies do you know is going to spend 2 years doing research and development to pay for a product just to make sure that you have the best quality that's out there? So that's one company, RMCA. So if you're a professional makeup artist, or if you know anybody who's a professional makeup artist, they would know, like, oh yeah, we use RMCA, because that's what the brands use. That's the #1 foundation for the last 50 years, RMCA foundation. But the difference between our formula and RMCA, we took out the parabens. So parabens are basically the bad stuff that people say can or cannot lead to skin cancer and other things. So we took those stuff out, and we're the only ones in the industry that have a wax-based foundation. And the cool part is that we get training from estheticians. We get training from professional makeup artists, and they show us in regards to how to give you the best skincare for your skin type, for your skin needs, how to provide you with the best makeup, the best foundation for your complexion, to making sure that even through a picture that I'm able to color match you and give you the foundation that works for your skin. And we have a 30-day happiness guaranteed, and get this, our return rate is less than 1%. Like, how many companies can say that their return rate is less than 1%? And even though there might be some people who say like, oh, you know, I don't like this product, wherever it is, but the fact is that there are more people who try our products and love it versus people who try our products and decide that these products aren't for them. So I feel like that's pretty impressive. And even our concealers were initially made for burn victims. So think about somebody who has gotten a burn on their face. If you know anybody who has gotten 2nd or 3rd degree burns, the reason why they created the concealer was to help those people to feel normalized. So just think about the kind of coverage the concealer has to give in order to be able to cover up what a burn victim would experience. And then the concealer is waterproof at that. So I have clients who they didn't go in the pool for a long time, for years, because they were just so subconscious of their skin. Now with this concealer, they're able to use it to cover the imperfections on their bodies, and now they're able to not have to worry about people looking at them. Like, how dope is that? Like, to me, that's dope. That's why people say like, oh, just skincare and makeup. It's not just skincare and makeup. It's not at all. Now, I'm sure if you're really into makeup, you heard of Urban Decay. So I don't know if you know this, but Urban Decay, they do not make their own primer and setting spray. So it's actually made by Scandinavia. And we have the same, in our primer setting spray is made by Scandinavia as well. But our formula is a little different. We do have some stuff where we have a patent for our formula, and it gives you 16 hours of wear. So granted, more times than not, you're not going to wear your makeup for 16 hours. But how cool is it where you could go from work to a lounge or something and not have to worry about having to touch up your makeup, or not have to worry about your makeup messing up, because you have 16 hours of wear, that's great for, let's say, if somebody is a nurse. If you're a nurse, typically you're working 12-hour shifts. Sometimes you might even have to do overtime. I worked in healthcare previously. So if you're a nurse, like not having to worry about having to touch up your makeup and not have to worry about just being able to just focus on your patients, like that's one less thing you have to worry about, because you don't want your nurse worrying about her makeup needing touching up, right? Okay. So like I said, it's literally the cream of the crop. I'm just making sure I didn't forget anything. So that's what makes our products different from what you would get from Sephora, from MAC, from Ultra. And it's like reasonable, and the prices are still competitive when you compare it to their products as well. So you get the higher pigmentation, and the great part is that I'm able to offer these products to you all. I do get a commission, and I've got training. Like I said, I've gotten training from estheticians. I've gotten training from cosmetologists. I've gotten training from just so many different professionals. So we're making sure that we're bringing the best and making sure that we're educated on how to properly pick products for your skin. And you can do the same thing as well. So for the starter kit, when you become a beauty guide, you pay $169 and you get over $400 worth of product. So you get a body scrub. I'm going to show you all the things you get. You get a body scrub. You get a face mask. You get a face wash. If I could hold everything, right? You get a face oil that's good for all face types. You get a mascara. Let's see if this can stay behind my ear. Is it going to stay? It's not. I'll try to hold it. You get a lip gloss. Oh, something fell and I can't pick it up. You get an enduring lip color. So this is 7 hours of long wear. You get a makeup sponge, which even this is vegan. Like, all of our skincare is vegan. Did you know that whatever you put on your skin, within 60 seconds of you putting it on your skin, that it seeps into your bloodstream? So whether or not if it's 60% of what you put on your skin, or 10% if you have the choice to use cleaner products. Why not use cleaner products? You get 2 lipsticks, so I can't hold everything. You get a moisturizer, you get a lip liner, and then you get an eyeliner as well. So that's all the stuff that you get for $169. And on top of that, I will train you and show you how to work your business. I'll show you how to grow your team as well, and how dope it is that you could determine each month how much money you want to bring in. But obviously, I'm not going to say that, oh, you don't do anything and you'll bring money. No, that's not how it works. Just like you go to work, your regular job, and you have to work to get paid, right? It's the same thing here. So if you want more information when it comes to being a beauty guide, then definitely reach out to me. I can help you with that. November, last month, and this month is our 2 biggest months. Like last month, I literally tripled my check from the previous month, and that's like insane. I literally got paid 5 different ways. Like I never met a company that paid me 5 different ways. So I don't know about you. Maybe you have. I don't know. And last month we had over 1,000 promotions, which is dope. So that's women. Well, most of the beauty guys are women, maybe like 98 or 99% are women. So that's men and women who just were able to financially just change their income status, change their family lives. These are moms who are able to spend more time with their kids and just changing their family history, changing their generation, doing something different. So if you want more information about this, feel free to share this information with others, because I didn't know the difference between professional grade and commercial grade, between pro grade and commercial grade. I didn't know how to fully explain the difference, but I was glad I did this research to be able to share this information with you all. And I could truly say that I have the best products out there to share with you all. So I can feel confidence in the products I'm offering, because I know that it's the best. I know that it's good quality, and I know that you're getting good bang for your buck. And I know that it will last you long. I know that it won't have you out there looking crazy or your makeup sliding off your face. Yes, Melinda, I can't imagine running into that. That would be super terrifying, because I know that. And like I said, if you want information about this opportunity, then definitely just shoot me a message. I check all 3 of my inboxes every day, and I do respond to all of my message. All right, y'all, feel free to share this, and have a wonderful evening.